Hello everyone, welcome to another top 3 video. This week it's Tau week, so we're going to look at the top 3 Tau warlord traits. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell just in the corner there so you know each time we release one of these videos. Right, so being Tau week, we're looking at the Tau warlord traits. I know they're not the most competitive army out there, and I've just tried to take the 3 that I think are better than the rest. Of course, there aren't 3 great ones, so let's have a look what we've got in at number 3, which 3 are topping the rest of the pack. So in at number 3, we've got Through Unity, Devastation. Now, basically, I can pick one enemy unit, and then all units within 6 inches of my warlord, whenever they shoot that unit, if I roll a 6 to wound, then the AP increases by 1. It's quite nice if you've got something like a Fire Warrior Horde, which was very popular before. So I was running 150 Fire Warriors at one time, and I took this Warlord trait because I was like, oh, but this was before Storm Shields gave it 2-up save. So it was great back then. I always had this Warlord trait. Now it's okay. So you looked at a big thing like an Imperial Knight and went, okay, this Imperial Knight's got a 3-up save. Every time I roll a 6 to wound it, bear in mind, I'm only wounding it on 5s and 6s. So half of my wounds will be putting it on a 4-up save. And I thought that was great. And, you know, I always go on about force multiplication. That's why this one comes in above the other sort of not so great ones, because it's something that helps everybody around, not just one person, one unit. So that's why I had it in at number 3. It can just, you know, push those extra few crucial wounds through when you need it to sometimes. Number 2, a lot better, Aggressive Tactician. Now, this is a Farsight Enclave specific one. I always take this now. This one and number 1, I always take in my list at the moment. It's mainly Farsight Enclave's list, but some of the warlord traits aren't Farsight Enclave specific. This one is because this is a force multiplier on a crazy level. Basically, what it lets me do is when I call a Mont'ka with this warlord, this commander warlord, it affects all units within 12 inches, not just 6 inches, which is great. It means that it gets you out of those kind of situations where if somebody tags you in combat and you've got like a fairly big bubble, because I think with Tau now, you don't want to sit in a small clump. You kind of want to expand out and have like a bigger circle. So you still want to play off your auras and stuff. And the way to do that is if you just keep somebody from every unit within 12 of your commander. So that's a very, very big bubble. And if you get tagged or anything, you can call a Mont'ka, it affects those units within 12 and they can all fall back and shoot. Or more importantly, they can all advance and shoot. When you have 2 or 3 Cold Star commanders in your army and they can all advance and shoot normally, and then a Riptide can move 12, advance, then shoot normally, then move another 2d6. Things like that become insane. Piranhas that move 16 can advance and shoot without penalty. So I really like Aggressive Tactician. It lets you play the board while not losing any firepower. So I think that's very valuable. Number 1 though, number 1 is number 1 because it's generic Tau. Anybody can take it, and that is Exemplar of the Mont'ka. What this lets you do is it only works on your warlord, and what it lets you do is advance and fire as though you hadn't advanced. So basically, your commander gets to Mont'ka on himself every single turn. It doesn't affect anyone else, of course. It's like having a Mont'ka on himself at all times. He could just advance and shoot normally every single turn. And the reason why it's so good, obviously it doesn't seem like it's great, but you've got to combo with a few things. So you go, right, if he's a Cold Star, that means he's moving 40 inches. 40 inches wherever he wants on the board, especially with the new table size, and he can shoot normally. And then what you combo it with a couple of things, you also make him Farsight Enclaves, in my opinion, because if he zooms over 40 inches and gets within 6 of something that he wants to shoot, say he's got 4 fusion blasters, he's then hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, because of the aggressive footing ability from Farsight Enclaves that they get. When they're within 12 inches of you, they can count you as having 1 Marker Light on you. So they hit you on 2s, rerolling 1s. And then if he's within 6 of you, then he gets a devastating counter-strike Farsight Enclave Tenet, which means if you're within 6 of him, he can reroll 1s to wound. So in most cases, when he jumps over to a backfield, like a little backfield objective holding unit that people have got these days, like 2 crypto thralls, a few flayed ones, some scarabs, and then Marines have like units of 2 little company veterans that they keep at the back. If you jump over to those kind of units and go, right, I'm hitting you on 2s rolling 1s, and I'm going to wound you on 2s rolling 1s. And he's basically just going to wipe out your opponent's backfield objective holding unit. And next turn, he can move 40 inches back and do whatever he wants. So because it's so versatile, and like I say, it's best on a Farsight Enclaves commander, but any commander can use this, you know, and they'll still be hitting on 2s and wounding on 2s and stuff like that. So it's brilliant. I think this Warlord trait definitely tops the pack, and it gives you a lot of options as to what your characters that you've paid a lot of points can actually go out and do, which is amazing. So those are my top 3 Tau Warlord traits. If you have any that are doing especially well for you, please leave them in the comments below for everybody to share. And until next time, guys, see you later.